Okay, couture crafters, let's set up this planner by cloth and paper. The majority of it is by cloth and paper. Then there's some of me in there, and then there's some of Alibi Design Studio, spelled Alib as in boy, I. And they're on Etsy, and her name is Valeria, and I love her. And I love her, and I love her. She's amazing. She's super busy, but if you can get her to, she will customize some inserts for you. They're simple, they're clean, they're clear. She will get back to you super quickly. She's just about her business, and I love it. I love working with her. I made two purchases from Cloth and Paper. My first one was all of these inserts, and then the second one was for the actual agenda. I had to wait until it came back in stock um, for Thanksgiving. It took it a while to get here. There were a lot of hangups with it, but it is a beautiful, beautiful planner. I love it. I love the smell of it. I love the way it feels. It's light, but it's kind of got a luxurious feel to it. So here I have printed my own inserts from Alibi Studio, and I need to figure out how to punch them so that they line up exactly with the other inserts from Cloth and Paper. Luckily, the arc punch, the holes line up. If you used a Happy Planner, I'm coming out of a Happy Planner Mini, you know that their holes are deeper than most of the punches, but their punch is crap. So I bought an arc punch. And right now I took off the bottom and I'm checking to see where the holes line up. And then once I figure out where the holes line up, I move the guide to right there. So, and then I mark it with a pen. So you see that I marked it with a pen so that now I know where to line up my pieces of paper so that it'll fit in the planner perfectly like the other ones. So I just did a test punch. Did you see that? I didn't have the bottom in and I have little thingies everywhere now. And that lines up perfectly. And so we'll just do another test punch and look at it again. Love it. So now I know that I can just stick stuff in there and punch it and it'll go into my planner and it will be lined up properly. I purchased their 1.5 inch metal discs and it does fit, but I didn't love it. I don't know why, because there was nothing on it. Something just felt wrong. I also purchased that plastic so that I could use this agenda cover with the discs. And those black inserts are so nice. They're black tabs and they have all of the months on them. I like those so much. I think they're so pretty. They have some other ones too. I can't remember what they were, but if my mind serves me correctly, like they're kind of funky. Like they have some they're kind of like modern tabs, like modern words on them. I can't quite remember what it was, but I remember it being something kind of different. So here I am testing to see if you can indeed fit 1.5 inch discs in there, and you can. See, they're in there. I just, I don't know. It felt tight. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't, and it closed. So then I checked the big discs by Happy Planner against those 1.5, and those were bigger. And I thought, I don't know, it just seemed a little big. So I took the classic size rings that I have for the Happy Planner and the ones that were metallic, and I used those. And I think they'll suit my needs just fine. My planner has a lot of stuff in it, but I only keep 3 months at a time in my planner usually. Right now, I tried, I think, half of the year. I think I tried all the way to June, and that was a fail. I don't even know why I put all those in there like that. That is not who I am. I tried it though. So you see me here just plopping them in. You're just pushing down, and they kind of snap into place. I like discs. I like them because they are customizable, but I guess they're the same amount of customizable as the rings. So I don't know that there's really a big deal between rings and discs. I just don't. Yeah, I just don't see the big difference at this point in time in my life. I know that people swear by rings and some people swear by discs. I have always used, that's not true. I started off with a bullet journal first, and then I went to a Happy Planner Mini. And the Happy Planner Mini was cool. I just kind of outgrew it. I needed something a little bit larger. And this half letter size is so cool. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and I like it. I like this size thus far. I bought these inserts again from Cloth and Paper, and I like them. They're simple. I am a lister. I list more than anything. I'm not, you know, bullet journaling per se or anything like that. I used to, but no, I don't have time for it. I just make lists. I just need to be able to write down something and say, hey, this is where I need to be on this day. This is what's going on. So these little boxes I think will really suffice for me. Right now you see me being confused, trying to figure out how it how the numbering goes, but across the top it'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the other page. So you go all the way across both pages and then you drop down to the bottom. I could not figure that out. You would think that I did not have multiple degrees because I kid you not, I stared at that for probably about 7 minutes trying to figure out the the numbering. I don't know. I was having a brain fart. So I'm plopping these months in. Can you see right there? It's Monday and then Tuesday at the top and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. Leave it to me to be all confused. I like it though. Thus far, I like it. I like what I see. I'll still be able to put my stickers and washi tape in there should I feel like it. The paper feels nice. It doesn't feel like copy paper, which is why I went out and tried to purchase a similar paper. I bought the Husky 65-pound paper and I like it. It doesn't feel like regular copy paper. It feels a little bit thicker, a little bit smoother than just good old reams of paper. And I got my paper from Kelly Paper, and those that's what I use for my personal printables. It feels different. It feels a little bit nicer than just regular copy paper. It even sounds better, if that makes sense. It doesn't sound super thin. It's got a little bit more heft to it. All right, so I put in a portion and then I ended up having to take out because I don't know why I put in 6 months. I guess I thought, oh, I'm going to have all this room. I'm not. I'm not going to have all this room. There's one of the inserts that I printed out by Alibi. That's not true. The majority of the inserts that I use are Cloth and Paper and Alibi Design Studio. There are a few that I design myself just in Word because why not? Make your planner meet your needs. Think about what you need from your planner and then go get it. So I decided that I wanted to make my own dividers and I have a tutorial of me. Well, it's kind of a tutorial so that you can watch me do this. So right now I'm just tacking it down. I'm not trying to really glue it down in place because I'm going to laminate it, but I just need to make sure that it's not moving all around. So I just use a simple Elmer's glue stick to do this. And yes, this is the cover, so there's no tabs on this one. And I used a heavier, thicker laminating pouch for this one. I think I used 5 milliliters on that one, if not heavier. And the rest of them, I just used 3 milliliters. I don't need them to be super thick or heavy or anything like that. I just needed them to divide. And I decided to do all Disney. Did I do all Disney or Pixar? I think I did all Disney dividers. Coco is the most beautiful movie ever done. They did that one so well. I wish they had done the other. Well, anyway, really like the movie Coco. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful movie. So I decided to make it one of my dividers. Why not? Everything is all about Disney this year because next year, this time, 2020, my birthday is actually on Monday, January the 7th. I plan to be in Disney World. So I wanted to be in Disney World this year, but it just didn't work out. But that's okay because the Lord blessed me in a different way. But anyway, Disneyland is where I'm going. And so you'll see that a lot of the things that I'll be doing this year have to do with Disney. Because part of the fun for me going to Disney World is planning it. I want to plan the outfits. I want to plan the trip. I want to read the books. I've done it once before and I want to do it again. And again, planning it is part of the fun for me. So a lot of the things this year will have to do with Disney. So this is me just tacking stuff down and laminating these. I used my Mink mini laminator for this. I pulled out my big one, but it was acting funky. It was smoking and it was greasy in there. I don't know what I did to that Mink. I don't know. That Mink by Heidi Swap, it's a laminator. it just was doing weird stuff. So I busted out the mini mink for the first time and I liked it. You just have to cut it down. It will take, the width will take 6.5, and these come in under 6.5, so it worked out perfectly. So I laminated them all and then I trimmed them out. And this is me punching. That particular one that I punched upside down, it's off a little bit, so it hangs differently than the rest of them. And the reason why that happened is because of where I put the planner tab. I should have moved it over so that I could have put it in the same way that the other ones went in. But it is what it is. No worries there. So those are my little planner tabs. And here are some of the custom inserts that I did. I just made these in Word. This one here is for my meals, obviously. And I just go in, I draw a box that is the same size as my sheet, so 8.5 by 5.5. And then inside the box, I put whatever I want. And then when I print it out, I make sure that the box is light gray hash marks so that I know where to cut. And when I'm doing this, I usually line up whatever I'm putting in the box to the right or to the left to leave room for holes if it matters to me. The meals one didn't, the eat one did. If that makes any sense, you guys. Basically, I'm leaving a margin for punching holes. So you see on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of those, you see that white strip? That's because that's where I'm going to be punching. It's just an extra step to kind of think about how you want your stuff to lay in your planner. You'll see at the end of this video how I use these and what these are. But these are sheets that I did myself. I just went to Google and probably Googled these images and printed them out. I just right click on an image and I will copy that sucker so quick. I tell you, the internet is amazing and it has everything that you could possibly need. I didn't pay for these inserts. These are just ones that I just made. I think I just grabbed a background for the meals right there and it was rainbow and I was like, of course. So, and then just plopped it in Word and made my own. Don't be scared to try to make your own stuff, guys, especially if you can't find what you need out there and you're thinking, you know what, I want to try something different or I want to do something my way. Do it. Do it in a program that you're familiar with. Some people like to do their stuff in PowerPoint, Illustrator, all those things. Yeah, I stick to what I know. I know Word, so I made it in Word. That one there is an Alibi Designs. This one here is Alibi Designs. I wonder if I'm saying that right. I wonder if it's Alibi or... No, I'm pretty sure it's Alibi. I could be wrong, though. And again, at the end of the video, I kind of talk about what my inserts are and how I use them. But as you can see, she has put 2 on a sheet, which is great because these are half letter. So I only need to line it up at 5.5 and it cuts perfectly. I'm telling you, this size is all right by me. It makes things very, very easy. And she makes things easy by giving you a ton of different ways that you can print stuff out. And I just printed these in my home printer. You guys know I have that HP OfficeJet like 7640 or something like that. The big one that will print 12 by 12 sheets. And here I am punching holes with my arc punch. And here we go. We're just going to start setting this puppy up. So under the home tab, I've got my meal planning kind of stuff, grocery list. That's a big part of my world, is planning out the grocery list and all that. Again, I like bottom tabs, guys. You see how my tabs are at the bottom? You see where it says home down there, and then the other one probably says like budget, and the other one says MA Couture Crafting tabs. I prefer bottom tabs. You guys, I'm not way up there at the top. I can't see what's going on at the top of my planner. I don't know. Top tabs just freak me out. I don't like them. I like my tabs on the right. I like my tabs on the bottom so that I can see them. I don't know why you guys go up there and then you got to lift up your planner to see where your tab is. Not happening. Okay, let's talk about what's in here and why. So the first page says Planning Magic. I use the Waltograph font for that, and just some images that I commandeered off of Google. I have my year at a glance. This one here is this planner belongs to. I need to put a sticker with my name on there or something. This here has the holidays. This all came with the cloth and paper inserts, and then that beautiful black divider, and then we start the months. This, of course, is January, and I can't quite see what it says on the front, but she has pictures on her website. Again, it's cloth and paper. And again, can you guys see how it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then at the bottom it continues on? I like it. I just wasn't ready for it when I was putting it in there. So it's all that. And then when you get to the back of the month, there is a notes section. See right there is the notes section. And then that's it. For the, I keep 3 months again at a time. And in the very back of my 3 months, I have upcoming important dates. There's right there to the left, you can't see it, but it says upcoming dates. So then if I have something going on in August, I just jot that down and then I can go to it. And that is my first divider there. And I think that's just my to-do. I have running lists. I like to keep my list in one place. And these are the notes pages from cloth and paper that I just put in there. And I will just have running list all the time of things that I need to do. Then I have a want section, so stuff that I want to buy. And I like this wish list because you can kind of section off. I used to have a tab strictly for makeup and then another one for arts and crafts, but now they're together, just under the wants and the wish list. That right there is an ultimate grocery list. Sometimes when I'm thinking about my meals, I just need to look at what food is available and out there. And that's a great way to just kind of check off what you want. Then the next one is what I do for 2 weeks. So I plan out 2 weeks of food usually at a time. And then this is the one that came out, the mini. And I have these little things that I put in. So there says asparagus. So maybe we'll be having baked salmon and asparagus. And I just kind of plan out 2 weeks of food at a time. And then the grocery list, I use a wet erase marker on my meal section. So that way I can just jot down what I think I want. And then I just use a baby wipe or a wet towelette or just spray it with a little water and then just wipe it away. This works out really well for me and my family. Simple, 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 simple. Then this is when we get into my income section. I get paid, well, that's a long story, but this works out for me. It's my bi-monthly budget. I love this sheet, guys. I fill it out every month. Again, it works for me. If you like the design, it's on Alibi Studio. And then I do a cashless envelope system. So you allot the amount of money that you want to spend for something. And then as you spend it, you just check it off. You just check it off and subtract what you're doing. I really like the cashless envelope system. Again, it works for me. It'll keep me on a budget when I want to try to be on a budget. That's a new one for me, this debt tracker. We'll see how I like it. And then I have the MA Couture Crafting tab that I will be finishing up soon. Thanks for hanging with me.